been seeing crows. What do crows symbolize? I remember when I was in London, there were crows all over the Parliament buildings. This is by Stephen McCamley Collective Spark. The other morning, he says, I ran out to my car to grab my purse when I heard the loudest caw from right behind me. I looked back at my house and noticed a crow perched on a window ledge. And when I looked at it, it crowed again and flew away. And my immediate thought was, oh my God, who's going to die? I honestly don't think I'm alone in this thinking. Crows have long symbolized death because they are carrion birds, birds that feed on dead animals. There are many myths surrounding such carrion birds, flesh-eating birds. For example, ravens and vultures are said to symbolize war, death, and misfortune, and they are even said to be depicted as familiars of witches. Of course, this is all speculation, and I'm sure many people will already dispute the mystical representations that birds have, so I advise you to keep an open mind if you choose to read further. Crow facts. Crows are highly intelligent beings. They have the same brain-body size ratio as chimpanzees, also not far off from humans, and have an excellent memory. Dr. John Marsluff of the University of Washington conducted a study where a team of scientists from the university exposed crows in Seattle to a dangerous face by wearing a mask while trapping, banding, and releasing birds at 5 sites. Whenever they wore the masks again, they received a very hostile response from the crows in the area, not only revealing how skilled their memory is, but also that they warned other crows as well. There is even a whole TED talk by Joshua Klein about how intelligent crows are. Symbolism concerning death. The crow is known as the ominous omen of death because it is the harbinger that guides souls from the realm of the living into the afterlife. The crow has a powerful knowledge of the changes of life and death and the changes in the cycles of life. So when a crow appears, it can be a warning or a spiritual blessing. It's said that when death is near, a crow will come to a window or near a home repeatedly for several days before the passing takes place. After someone has passed, a crow will visit the home again in the same way. This is a symbol of a special message from the one who has just passed, and it's important to pay attention to when and where the crow appears, as it's a telling sign of the message being sent. Generally, this is a beautiful and profound symbol, confirming the rebirth of your loved one, shedding from the old, awakening to the new. Since these are ancient interpretations, today we can instead look at the crow as the passing of the old, the birth of something new. Change. The crow is an omen of change because they represent ancient magical laws and wisdom. When the crow calls to us, we have an instant flash of our authentic self. The crow sees our soul self. Crows have been known to build their nest very high up, giving them the chance to watch everything that's going on around them. By tuning into the sound of its call, it can remind you of who you are and who you are capable of being. You are being reminded that the answers to your questions are waiting to be discovered ahead of you, and that you must look beyond your present range of vision and to get out of your familiar, comfortable space. Crows are adaptable to all environments and will eat almost anything. They can survive in almost any situation, so when one presents itself to you, it's reminding you that you could adapt and that now is the time for major change to take place that will awaken your authentic soul. Then we come to magic and clairvoyance. Crows not only harbor the message of change, but remind us about the creation and magic all around us. The crow's striking black color represents the color of creation. It's the womb out of which the new comes into existence. Black is the color of the night, giving birth to the light of a new day. This is a representation of the immense power each and every one of us holds to take hold of our own destiny. It's also said that the crow can also be appearing if you begin to use your second sight, the gift of clairvoyance. This is a gift that allows you to see beyond what we're humanly capable of, and a gift that can allow us to see into the spirit realm. What I take from my crow encounter is that major change is coming my way, and that now is the time to live in the power of my true identity. I think this can be said for us all. Sometimes we need a little reminder just to pause and ask ourselves, am I living authentically? Am I living my true self? Am I being held back from my true potential? This is the sacred law, the power symbol, and spiritual meaning of the crow. When our little crow friend is calling, it tells us that the time of change is here, and that the time of change is now, and to let go of the old self, to let go of all things holding us back. It's time to step into our authentic power. This is by Collective Evolution, published here under Creative Commons, and on Collective Spark by Steve McCamley. Please leave your comments. Thank you. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.